Hello, welcome back to the Board Games 4K YouTube channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings, and we generally talk a load of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. And in this video we're going to be telling you the top 10 places to source cheap board games, right? And hopefully this video is going to save you a little bit of money. This is sort of, maybe it is in order, maybe it's not in order, you make your own mind up, but we're going to be going down from 10 down to 1 based on our own personal experience with these places. We're going to be telling you maybe what games we've sourced, how much we've gone for, whether there's regular sales, whether there's a bargain basement section, whether there's discount codes, all that sort of stuff. We're going to be telling you the ones that we've had most success with. Obviously there's loads more shops available, but this is based on our personal opinion, based on our own empirical evidence, which shops are the best ones to source cheap games, right? So remember, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. If you found this video useful, please leave a comment in the section down below, give us a thumbs up, and we will see you after this. Board Games 4K. So number 10 on this list is a store called Games Law, right? And this is a shop that we used very, very heavily when we first got back into the hobby a long time ago. Games Law has got a massive amount of games. It's got a damaged section, so you can source games that have got minor damage. Still quite expensive in the damaged section. They always get new games in. They've got discounts depending on how much you spend. So if you spend in over, I think it's 50 quid, you get a small discount. If you spend in, say, 150 quid, you get a lot more than that. But they've also got this bargain basement website where I think it's called Board Games Guys and Gals or something like that. But you'll see something at the bottom of the screen there. But yeah, you can source cheap games in there. We've picked up loads of games. We don't go there that much now because it's been superseded by a lot of other stuff. But it's worth checking out, if nothing else, for their damage section and also the bargain basement section that we just mentioned earlier. So number 9 on this list is actually a cafe in Oxford. It's called Thirsty Meatballs. Obviously they get the new games in every month for the new releases, but there's also a discount section, and they do have regular sales where we picked up some really nice titles. Obviously, if you want to have a coffee while you're playing a game, you can go and visit them in person. You can play games in their cafe. I think it's in Oxford. There'll be a link in the bottom of the screen below, and that's Thirsty Meatballs. That's our number 9. So number 8 on this list is another shop that we have used. We used quite a lot when we first got back into the hobby a long time ago. It's a game shop called Board Game Guru. It was originally run by a guy called Paul Lister, but he sold the business to some bloke called Angus. It moved to Southampton, just down the road. It's filthy scummers. And there's a really nice sales section in there. They've got I think it's about 9 or 10 pages of really cheap games. You know what I mean? We've bought loads and loads of cheap games in the past. We've bought a lot of full price games from Board Game Guru, but as far as cheap games, it's always worth checking out their sales section. You know, go over there now. There's loads of games to choose from. When Paul Lister sold the shop, they flogged off their entire collection. It was bedlam on there. I remember looking on there thinking, my God, you could pick up games for peanuts, but those days are gone. So we don't really go there as much as we used to, because I think they've been undercut slightly by some of the other shops on this list, but it's still worth checking out Board Game Guru because they have got a wonderful sales section. So number 7 on this list is a shop in Devon called Meatballs Corner. They have got a wonderful offers section. They do seem to be closed quite a lot. They seem to have a lot of holidays. I don't know why, but they always have wonderful offers. We've picked up loads of games from their sales section. It's always worth going and have a look. They tend to sell out pretty quickly because they do massive discounts. But if you're going to be checking out these discounted websites periodically, Meatballs Corner should definitely be on your list, and that's our number 7. Number 6 on this list is a shop called Madhouse, and whilst this sounds like it's going to be selling you these sort of Magic the Gathering trading card games, they have got a wonderful board game section with a huge variety of games. They do have regular discount codes associated with certain products. I think they got free shipping over 20 quid, so that's always worth it. And they do have regular sales, which is what we're here for, right? So I think there's one going on at the moment. They've got their Boxing Day sale going on at the moment. Don't know if it's too heavily discounted. I had a little look earlier today, and it seemed like there was a bit of stuff on there, but you have to trawl through about 200 pages, I think, to sort of find the bargains, But when you're looking for cheap products, it's always worth going to Magic Madhouse, if not for their cheap prices anyway, but also for their discount codes, you know what I mean? So that's our number 6. So number 5 on this list is a shop called Zatu Games, and this is probably the cheapest shop that you can get games for anywhere. The only problem is that when they first started, they were offered free shipping over 20 quid, I think, and they took that away. And so even though they sort of seem a lot cheaper than other shops, that you have to add on like 3 or 4 quid onto for shipping, as you do with all the others. But so you might be looking at a price saying, wow, that's really cheap, but then you've got to add 4 quid on top of it. But they do offer discount codes for, I think it's 3 and 5 games. So if you're buying 5 games, you get 5% discount, but they are the cheapest on paper. They are one of the cheapest shops available. They have got a section where they grade their games. So if it's a grade A, there's a bit of damage. Grade B is more damage. Grade C is trashed, right? But you've got that sort of bargain bucket damage section in there as well. They do a rewards loyalty scheme, so the more you shop there, the more you can save through vouchers and all that sort of stuff. So it's well worth checking out Supa Games. A few problems with delivery where things haven't been sent on time and all that sort of stuff, but we forgive them because they always give you, if you complain, they always do give you a discount code to say sorry, sort of thing. So that's our number 5. So number 4 on this list is another card game shop called Chaos Cards. They've got a wonderful section of games. It's free delivery over 20 quid. They've got 2 sale sections. I don't know why, but on their website they've got 2 sale sections. They're having their Boxing Day sale at the moment. They tend to sort of add items to their sales as they progress. So, what you see at the beginning may not be what's available at the end. Always sells out. The website always crashes. They always offering discounts. I think they got a 7% discount on their Boxing Day sale at the moment, so it's always worth checking them out. So they got a loyalty scheme as well. Bit weird, bit complicated. I don't know how to use it. I don't know. You have to have a look. But we tried signing up for it and we couldn't get anywhere with the loyalty scheme. But it's always worth checking out Chaos Cards, being number 4. So number 3 on this list isn't a board game shop per se, but it does sell a massive amount of board games. It's 365 games, and the reason this is on the list is because they've got a special offers and sales section where you can always pick up wonderful board games, but they do offer a really, really good loyalty scheme in terms of points, right? So the more you spend, the more points you get. You can trade them in for discount codes. So if you get a certain amount of points, I think it's 2,500 or something like that, 5,000, then you get £2.50 off, but you've got to spend over 25 quid and all that sort of stuff. But one of the reasons this shop is on this list is because this year they had some of the biggest discounts we've ever seen. I mean, they were flogging stuff off dirt cheap, They were selling off all the Days of Wonder stuff like Yamatai and Pirates Cove and all that for next to nothing. They had Charterstone on there for like 17 quid. They had the Colonists on there for like 14 quid. It was bonkers, and we picked up so many games in there. They deserve to be on this list. They do sometimes advertise stuff that is our stock, so don't be surprised if you do put in an order, it gets accepted and then it gets cancelled because they actually didn't remove the product from the website. But if you want to check out a place where you might find a bargain if you're looking periodically, then 365 Games is fantastic. So number 2 on this list is a website that brings everything together. All of these shops are on there, and it gives you a list of all the cheapest games that have been discounted by many, many retailers. Not everybody's on there, but it's boardgameprices.co.uk or .com if you're in the States. Basically, it's a site that trawls through all the sale items through all the board game sites. It tells you which ones have been the most heavily discounted, and sometimes the only problem with this is that you might have to, depending on where you live, you might have to trawl through a lot of Danish stuff that's in there or Swedish stuff that's in there to find the stuff that's in the UK, right? America's got its own website, yeah, and also doesn't seem to be updated immediately. So you might find that you've seen a deal on another store a couple of days ago, and it'll appear on Board Game Prices a couple of days later, and you think, well, that's already expired, So you've got to keep your eye on it, you know what I mean? But if you're lazy and you can't be asked to go through all these shops, then Board Game Prices is the lazy person's option when it comes to sourcing bargains. So number 1 on this list is a website that everybody watching this video has been to, or if you haven't, then you're off your nut. But it's the Board Game Geek Marketplace, right? And I've found games here that I've been after for years and years and years, been out of print for like ever, and they've appeared on the marketplace for a wonderful price. But you're dealing one-to-one, so you're sending a message to somebody. It's a bit like eBay. We're not mentioning eBay because nightmare, but we sourced Antiquity on air. A lot of the Railways of the World expansions we picked up on Board Game Geek Marketplace. And one of the things that's good about this is that you've got hot deal sections for America and Europe. So if you subscribe to that list, that subsection of the forum, then you can get alerts as to when people post, when they've spotted something on another website. They put posts on there saying, it's a Chaos Card sale, and then people say, pick this up, and they've got links to it, and it makes life a lot easier when you're trying to source through all of these websites that we're giving you today. So yeah, without doubt, it's the Bulgogi Marketplace is number one for cheap board games. So there you go. I mean, that's our top 10 places on the web to source cheap board games. We've had some wonderful bargains from all of these 10 places over the years. We hope this list has been useful to you. If it has been, give us a thumbs up. Remember, if you're new here, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment in the section down below, and we'll see you next time.